Hey, this is Dimitri, and I'm here at Barnes & Nobles with Al. And Al, you seem to be a big reader. Are you like a lawyer?
I'm a retired lawyer.
You're a retired lawyer. That means retired lawyers are very, very good at knowing American history. So the first president, you know, is George Washington, right? And he was famous for?
General in the Revolutionary War.
Yeah, and he's basically known for independence. We're gonna go by bullet points, right? Independence. So he is known for independence. Then second, we have John Adams. What was he known for? If you had to say for like 5 words, sentence. Building up the military.
Alien and Sedition Acts.
Alien Sedition Acts and building up the military, right? So he was against immigrants, right? That's
what the Alien Act was about, yeah, because he saw them as being, I forget what he saw them as.
Well, he was a little bit xenophobic. We'll just say that.
Yes, he was.
All right, now we're moving on to the third one, which was Thomas.
Third president? Tom Jefferson.
Yes, Thomas Jefferson. And he was famous for?
Well, he was...
Big purchase from Napoleon.
Well, he did a Louisiana Purchase.
And he was pro or against farmers?
Against who?
Thomas Jefferson, pro or against farmers?
Oh, he was pro-farmer.
Pro farmers. All right, that's all we needed to know. Then, after Thomas Jefferson came?
James Madison.
Madison. What was he famous for? The book, something about factions, right?
Something about what?
Did he write something about factions?
Factions. Okay, well,
I know he was for. Did he write something about factions, or was it?
Played a big role in the writing of the U.S. Constitution.
Yeah.
He wrote a chunk of the Federalist Papers.
Yeah, I think he worked with Hamilton, right? All right, that's what I was actually trying to point at. Our fifth?
The fifth president, James Monroe.
James Monroe. And he was famous for which doctrine?
The Monroe Doctrine.
Basically told people to assert its dominance in the Western Hemisphere, right?
They told Europeans don't set up any more colonies in the Western Hemisphere. It was actually the mastermind of John Quincy Adams, his Secretary of State, and the following president.
All right, I'm sorry, but I'm pressed for time. I have to do this within like a 7-minute time frame, so I would have to move on. The sixth?
The sixth was John Quincy Adams.
John Quincy Adams. All right, I just recently watched the movie Amistad, and he played a famous barrister, right? He was a famous statesman.
Yes, he was. He was considered the best Secretary of State in American history because he essentially grew up in France, in Europe, when his father was over there as an ambassador to France during the Revolutionary War.
That is great. Seventh, we have Andrew Jackson, right?
Okay.
He was famous for?
He was a flaming asshole. He was a racist.
So
he Indians.
He killed Indians, Indian Exclusion Act, hated banks, right?
Hated the Bank of the U.S., yeah.
All right, moving on. So yeah, basically known for killing Indians and hating banks.
Okay.
Then we have Van Buren. Not much about Van Buren. So I mean, he spoke Dutch, right?
He was a New Yorker. He basically was protege of Andrew Jackson, but he didn't have much political savvy, and he sort of became very unpopular pretty quickly.
All right, cool.
Actually, I think that there was a panic in 1837.
There were several panics. Yeah, I think there might have been a panic around 1837. So we have Henry Harrison. He was the ninth, right?
Right, he had a brief presidency, very brief presidency.
What was he famous for? What helped him get elected?
Tippecanoe, the Battle of Tippecanoe, and
The Battle of Tippecanoe.
Indiana.
So
suppression of Indians.
when he died from pneumonia, who came into to fill his role?
John Tyler.
John Tyler. All right. So finally, after John Tyler, we have the Mexican War. And who's responsible for the Mexican War?
Polk.
Yes, Polk.
Think of his first name.
So Polk challenged the Mexicans. After Polk, we have Zachary Taylor, right?
Okay, Zachary Taylor was a general in Mexico.
Yeah, he continued Polk's legacy. Then we have 13th. After Zachary Taylor, we have Fillmore. He was a Whig, right? Yeah,
He was. He had a string of about 4 or 5 sort of.
basically he was with the U.S. push westward agenda. Okay, so now we have 14. Pierce, Franklin Pierce. I think they stopped with the Whigs. I think Fillmore was the last Whig, and I'm not sure exactly. But Pierce was a Democrat.
I don't know. There was a period of very weak presidents, and he
Yeah,
didn't accomplish
they were
much.
very compliant because they weren't fighting slavery as hard as people expected, and they had to deal with the Missouri Compromise and all that stuff around that time. So then we have, after Pierce, we have Buchanan, right? Am I correct?
I think that's correct. Yeah.
Buchanan, and right after Buchanan, the famous president, Abe Lincoln, who helped abolish slavery. After, when Lincoln got killed, we got
Andrew Johnson.
Andrew Johnson, not very popular. After Andrew Johnson, we have the famous general
Ulysses
Grant. He instituted civil service and all that stuff. So
Right.
program, yeah. So after Grant, I'm sorry, I'm actually went above time. After Grant, we have who? 19th.
Okay, let me think. There was a compromise of 18.
Hayes.
Was it?
After Grant, we have Hayes.
Yeah, Rutherford B. Hayes, right?
So after, then after Hayes comes, he's
And
a,
unfortunately, Rutherford B. Hayes ended the Reconstruction. It was a compromise.
yeah, he was around Reconstruction time. So
That was a disaster. Yeah.
after Hayes, we have I'll give you a hint, Orange Cat, and he was killed.
Oh,
Very lazy cat, Orange. Garfield.
James Garfield.
So after Garfield, we had a president who was known for it's
Not Rutherford B. Hayes.
Chester.
Chester Arthur.
Chester Arthur, and after Chester, we had
I think it was a
Cleveland. Cleveland.
Benjamin Harris. I guess
Yeah.
I guess Cleveland, then Benjamin Harris,
Yeah.
and then Cleveland.
Cleveland had to deal with a lot of strikes during industrialization. So then we had a person with sound money who instituted gold standard, who fought inflation.
Was that Benjamin Harris?
He was a pretty boy president, got killed. McKinley.
Oh, he was a pretty good. I don't know. All right.
So after McKinley, we have the famous guy
Theodore.
Roosevelt, right? Can you name me all the presidents on Mount Rushmore?
Okay, I think there's Washington, Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Lincoln.
Correct. And then so after Roosevelt, he was a famous president. I'm pretty sure you know
William
this.
Howard
Taft. He was known for 2 roles: president and
Chief Justice of the Supreme Court.
Justice of the Supreme Court and president. So we're entering World War I, and who was the guy who put up 14 points?
Wilson.
Wilson.
Thomas Woodrow Wilson.
Was he isolationist or in the beginning or
In the
pacifist?
beginning, he was.
Yeah. All right. He got dragged into war because of unrestricted submarine warfare, right?
Correct.
So after Wilson came,
Harding.
he was responsible for a massive scandal, political scandal.
Teapot Dome.
Yeah. Who restored faith in the government after Harding?
Calvin Coolidge.
Coolidge. Who was responsible for the big, who was the president during the big stock market crash after the Roaring '20s?
Herbert Hoover.
Hoover. All right. And then once we enter World War II,
Well, Franklin Roosevelt in 1932,
Correct.
long before
Franklin.
years before.
Yeah. So, and then it's smooth sailing from there. It's Franklin Roosevelt. Then we have Truman. We have Eisenhower, who built up the highways. After Eisenhower, we have JFK, got shot. After the Cuban Missile Crisis, then we have LBJ coming in after JFK, who helped sign the Civil Rights Bill Act around Martin Luther King time when he died. Then we have, after LBJ, we have Nixon, responsible for the Vietnam War, and during he was also considered as a crook for Watergate scandal. After Nixon resigned, we had George Ford, very simple president who liked football. Currently, after General Ford, we have right now, he's battling health issues. Jimmy Carter. Was he a senator and a governor of Georgia?
He was just a governor.
He was just I think he was both. He was a senator and a governor. And after Jimmy Carter, we have Reagan, right? And from then on, it's pretty simple. George Bush Sr., Clinton. We have
But it's pretty simple for me.
George W. Bush,
The days of Eisenhower, because I
Obama,
remember all this
and
stuff.
Trump. Anyway, I'm here at Barnes & Noble. I had to blitz through this, so I apologize. So, because my memory on my phone is very low. Happy President's Day. And what's your name, sir?
Al.
Al. Al seems to be very knowledgeable of the presidents, and so he should be, because he is a retired lawyer. Anyway, signing out.